me in, my upline who has brought me in, that I can hit the $1 million US. So I go towards learning the process because I believe I can. I believe this company can also, right, lead me towards that. And I also believe my upline who has brought me in can show me the way. And also the company can also have the system for us to succeed. So we will possess later. That can only come. Just like going, sometimes our parents will send us to university, the best university. So if we were to say the top about the best Western university, we're talking about Harvard, Oxford, Cambridge. But can we say we will succeed? Can we say that they are the best? But because we believe they are the best. That's what it is all about. And Alken, the company, is the top 50 in the world, we also know. So we learn, right? We learn as we go along. Once in Alken Global, we start to learn. Just like this toddler, this beautiful little lady, right? They will fall, they get up. They'll fall again, they will get up. And very soon, they'll be able to walk. But then they start to run clumsily, but it will fall again. It keep on doing and keep on doing, and you will be successful not only in walking, running, later on jumping, and very confident. So in this journey in Alken, it is the same. We will falter in the sense that we will make mistakes, but those mistakes are honest mistakes. We do not go out to deceive people, promise heaven and earth. The compensation plan, right? We work it. It is not tomorrow, next week, next year. It'll be some years down the road, maybe 3-5 years down the road. That's where the 1 million and above US dollars will await us. It depends on us. It all depends on us. It doesn't depend on my upline. It doesn't depend on the company. It doesn't depend on the company staff. It doesn't depend on my downline. It doesn't depend on anyone but myself. I need to have that right attitude so that I can move forward correctly. So we keep on trying. We will falter, but we will get up and move forward. So before becoming successful, we need to believe that we can be successful. All of us have gone to schools in one form or another. We have seen how some of our students or our pupils, our comrades, who always, the last few in the class, always, in terms of academic, because they have so low self-esteem, they don't believe they can. The teachers don't believe they can. But these people will shine when someone believes in them. And we will shine if we believe we can. We will take the bull by the horn. So before becoming wealthy, so as I will reiterate, right, we talk about financial success. So before becoming wealthy, before we can hit, right, any remarkable numbers in terms of income, we need to believe we can become wealthy in terms of financial area. So the attitude of I must achieve and dare to have a strong determination. Why do we need to have a strong determination? Because in the outside, there will always be dream stealers. There will be people, even the people closest to us, who will tell you, don't be stupid. Multi-level marketing, you only make your upline reach. Multi-level marketing, I've tried it before. I've tried so many. But when they say they have tried so many, they didn't go into detail, right? They may have spoken to one person, they may have spoken to 3 persons, and this 3 person says, no, I will not join. And therefore they said, I've spoken to so many people. So sometimes when we talk and we understand these people, actually they have not given their all to try the business, to do the business. They come in and expect miracles to happen expect the upline to do everything for them, expect the company to do everything for them. And I think that is the wrong attitude, and therefore they will have the wrong results. They will have the wrong results, right? So we must achieve and dare to have a strong determination for that sense. We will always face in terms of challenges, right? Like these current challenging times, who would have expected, right, some form of movement control restriction? But then we overcome this, and the company together with us and our leaders overcome this using this technology, using this Zoom and whatever means to propagate, right, in terms of our product knowledge, in terms of our system knowledge, and in terms of sharing to more people. So the only, let me, I can't find my cursor. Okay, the only way to success is for everything you do, embrace a strong determination that you must achieve it with the attitude of pursuing perfection. This statement means, right, we aim for perfection. We know we will never get perfection, but we aim for perfection. So there's another saying, right? You aim for the stars. At least you hit the moon. So similarly, we aim high. So when we aim very high, we will achieve some form of success. We aim for, in terms of financial area, $1 million a month. Maybe even after 10 years, I don't hit that, but I hit $100,000 a month. Hey, that's very good. That you are in the 3-5% category of income in the nation. Extremely wealthy, 1.2 million. Today is already 4.4 to the US dollar. $1 is 4.4. And you're talking about $1 million, $5 million ringgit income. That's very good. So aim for the skies. Aim high always. Aim low, we don't hit that, we will hit the ground. We will fall flat. So look at this guy, Nick. I can never pronounce his second name, his family name. I call him Nick. I think most of us have seen him. See how good his attitude is. See how his perception in life is. And he says, right, tell yourself to hold on for a day, a week, a month, or a year. You'll be surprised with the results of not giving up. Because the moment we give up, we die. That's it, the end of the road. Only people who refuse to try again will fail. If there's a human who without both hands and legs, meaning he himself, can be at the peak of the beach wave, meaning at the top of the profession, then whatever you do in life is still possible. In other words, compared to him, we are so much more fortunate. We have both arms, both legs. We are born literally perfect. But our attitude, right, is where it will take us to where we are today and where we will be in the future. So he further says, if you are a victim of cyberbullying, please remember, more importantly, your heart cannot be defeated. Be determined to outsmart them. Whatever you do or say to you, whatever people say, do or say to you, it can define you as a person. In other words, right, how we react to these sort of negative things will define the kind of person that we will be. If we are strong enough to overcome this, we want to show them. Then when we are successful and these people will come over to us, well, what is there to forgive? Because they did not know better when the circumstances were different. And the perception concept of what you give is what you get. A lot of people call that karma, right? But it is true. English saying have the same thing. The more you give, the more you receive. In other words, be generous, right? It is by giving. Always remember, when we give, the item, whatever we have given, is no more in our possession. What other people do with it, we have no control. So do not condemn other people in the sense that, wow, I shouldn't have given that beggar. He has gone and bought some liquor again. No. The money we have given out to people, the good deeds that we have given out to people is theirs to keep. If they have a gratitude, right, that's good. If they do not have a good attitude backward in terms of reciprocation, that's okay. Do not have expectation when we give. Otherwise, it's a trade-off. So Edison, the famous inventor of the light bulb, thanks to him, we have lights. To succeed, 1% depends on talent. 99% depends on hard work. So he himself, right, is the same. He has gone through hundreds and hundreds of experiments to find out what doesn't work until he found the one light bulb that works, that what constitutes that light bulb that works. And he has so many other inventions under his belt. So in other words, what he's saying is, it is his determination to find out, find a light bulb that can work. But along the way, right, he has so many so-called stepping stones, not failures. Or this don't work, that don't work. He knows what doesn't work. And therefore, he will narrow it to what will work. So, and then we also know that a lot of people, oh, you're so lucky, you're so successful. It's not luck. Luck constitutes very, very minor things if there ever is a chance of luck. So it is not by chance. People are lucky because of what they have given. Remember what we just said earlier? The more you give, the more you receive. So people have been very generous. They've been very helpful. The neighbor, right, have been moving house. You go over to your neighbor and say, let me give you a hand. Not shout over the fence. Do you need any help? I will come over. If you need help, let me know. Now there's a big difference between going over and say, I will give you a helping hand, than just shouting over the fence and say, let me know if you need a helping hand. The people will remember you, just like times of today's, right? Let us help more people to go through their daily grind, and people will remember you. Today, it is not about you or I. Today, it is about us to overcome what is prevailing over our country in this epidemic and the whole world. So it is not by chance. You get wealthy, right? Not by luck. It is because of what you have done. So a lot of people are very quick, like June, Dadin Janet is the next upcoming one. They will all be diamond, and very soon, right? Maybe in another year or so time, they will be president. It is not because they are lucky. They are lucky in the sense is because society has accepted them. They have given out a lot. They have done a lot of good work. Datin has, even though I know Datin on a short period of time, I've seen how she goes to the villages to give aid to people with no expectation of return. And recently, there was this barefoot empowerment of barefoot ladies who have been sent to India. And these people shine. They literally uneducated, but they come back. And I heard from Datin to say that these people can now take out the solar panel, install the solar panel, and troubleshoot the tallest solar panel. And all these, right, are charity done without any expectation. Now, when we do a lot of good deeds to other people and we have an opportunity, right, and we go there, hey, Mr. X, I have this great opportunity, I've got this great product. and you can do this. Will they not give you a year? They will listen because you have given them a very good perception of you because of what you have done in terms of giving them a helping hand or being there, right, in terms of the adversity, just by being there. So success is not by chance, being wealthy is not by luck, but by sheer determination. And people move faster because of the generosity, because of what they had done before. So it is, if I have keep on annoying people, over the last 20, 30 years, I shortchange people, I lie to people. And when I joined Alcon Global, I tell them, I've got this fantastic opportunity. I've got this great product which can help them to be more healthy. Will they give me a helping hand? Will they listen to me? They will show me the door. They see me coming, they'll walk away. So it is what we have done. And again, how we carry ourselves, not only before, but from here on as well. So our Alcon's Global's leaders have the same belief. No magic, just doing the basic thing, just basic. So we strongly deny money game will make us get rich fast. Money game is not the way to go. Money game is literally, they latch on the binary system because that is the simplest form of compensation plan, easiest way. The compensation plan is a fantastic plan. It is just that they have abused it. Just like invention of guns and knives, people abuse it to kill, to maim other people. But the invention, right, wasn't, the intention of the invention wasn't for that. People abuse it. So this compensation plan is the same, the binary. It is very good. It is just been abused by unscrupulous people. But Alcon Global, right, is a recognized company by DSAM, Direct Selling Association of Malaysia, and DSAS, Direct Selling Association of Singapore. And we know the Singaporean government is extremely strict. And if we are allowed to be operating there, then it speaks volumes about Alcon Global. Then the attitude of imitate learning for self-improvement. This takes me back to the time just after the Second World War, when Japan was really, really very poor. But that did not keep the people down. The people wanted to move forward. The people says, look, we know we are far behind the US. At that time, the US was the Taiko, the big man. So what they did was to fully import the cars and all, whatever they have, strip it. In other words, they copied, right? They copied exactly the same thing, but then they manufacture it within their own country. But then they refine it and add value to it, and then add on other inventions to make it even a better model than what was brought in. So this imitation is good, but we need, right, at the same time, to improve ourselves, to learn from the different role models that the different leaders in Alcon Global. I keep on telling people to say, look, we can learn from people and we observe, wow, this person has extremely good manners. And if I check myself and I say, wow, I don't seem to have that few manners that he has, I incorporate that, I imitate that, I copy that from the person. And then I look at the person and say, wow, this person is really obnoxious. Terrible manners. I look at myself, do I have the same manners in some ways compared to this person? If I have, quickly let me chop it off. And we can, by imitation, right, we can improve ourselves through leaps and bounds, and at the same time, improve ourselves through learning. through acquisition of knowledge, and through working hard in terms of getting people, right? Uh, in terms of sharing, in terms of product knowledge, in terms of business knowledge. So imitation, right? Don't be embarrassed to imitate. It is through, right, the acquisition of good factors of values from the different leaders that we see that we become who we are. We are a product of the different values that we see that are good in the different leaders. So the life of a man, here, don't the ladies don't take it as racist or it's not up to date. Rather than man, woman, we just say man. Man encompasses everything. So the life of a man begins with learning, then comes growth, and then enhancement by continuous improvement. So that is the cycle, right? We learn, we will grow, and then we will also enhance it. So the cycle keeps on going. And this is actually not a circle, it's a spiral. It's spiraling bigger and bigger outwards, which means we are growing and growing better and better all the time. Steve Jobs, bless him. So what he said still holds, I think, for eternity. Always stays hungry. Always stays foolish. Foolish is not like idiot. No. Stay foolish means to stay, have an empty mind, so that we are humble enough to learn. Okay? So stay hungry, that means always ready to absorb knowledge, absorb experience, absorb learning. So learning is forever. So these four little words here encompass everything. Always be hungry, not for food, but for knowledge. Thirst for knowledge, thirst to better ourselves, and always be humble enough. Stay foolish, humble enough to learn. No matter how high our position is, always stay humble, because we can learn something that can enhance ourselves all the time from the most humble person. And every industry and commerce have their own professional knowledge. So Alcon is no different. Alcon is a networking company. So what we do compared to the corporate areas are very vastly different, right? So the only way to success is to master the method and skill is through continuous learning and self-advancement. So that's exactly what Steve Jobs has said with that 4 words: stay hungry, stay foolish. So the attitude of persist until the end. So what we need to do, right, is to overcome all the obstacles and challenges. There will be anything that says, anyone who promises you that this will be smooth sailing is telling you a pack of lies, right? There will be obstacles, there will be challenges, there will be people who comes back and complain a lot, because we are dealing with people, and that is the most complicated organism in the whole world, people. So the ability, these challenges, right, when we overcome them, when we face them, we find answers to it. That's where we start to enhance ourselves, and we move up the ladder of success. We move up the ladder in terms of being a better leader. We move up the status in terms of being a really good leader, where we care for our network and beyond. So every challenge and obstacle that comes towards us, right, and we think deeply and we find solution to it, will get us closer to success. Because the knowledge we gain from getting over the obstacles and challenges, right, is ours. It is the different experiences, right, that can come together and give me a solution to a new problem. This is knowledge plus the experience in overcoming the obstacles and challenges. That is what gives us the wisdom. And wisdom is most important. Wisdom is not about being right or wrong. Wisdom is about getting the best outcome of the situation. So now, challenging times, it calls for wisdom. It doesn't call for lecture. It doesn't call for people to be taught in terms of the instructions and all that. But it is now to be with the people so that the people feel they are not alone, that there are people who are with them. In particular, the people who are close to us, our parents, our relatives, our family, the people who we have grown up with, maybe the stranger who needs a helping hand. All these will make the whole nation overcome the current situation much better. So here, Lee Chong Wai, right? If we dare to win, we should also dare to lose. So in other words, what he is also saying, right? He also faced challenges. So all people, no matter if you reach the very top ranking in the world, right? It doesn't mean they are perfect. No, it's just that they do more. Just like the famous basketballer, I can't remember his name. You think I've shot Michael Jordan, right? He says, do you know that I've missed more than I have put the ball into the net? It's just that my percentages is such that because I've done more, therefore I got more balls into the net. That's all. People who never try will never succeed. People who try 10 times compared to someone who tried 100 times. If they have 10% success, people who try 10 times have only 1 success. People who tried 100 times have 10 success. So they will outshine the people who tried less. So dare to fail. In the sense, not real fail, but stepping stone. So again, Chong Wai, right, have come through, right? Silver medalist 2012, silver medalist again 2016. So there is no turning back. Just do what we need to do to perfect our skill. We will not achieve perfection, but we will reach higher and higher in terms of our success. So success is basically a process. Obstacles and challenges arise in the process, just like weeds in the field. No matter, even if we have a small garden, you pluck out all the weeds today, tomorrow you will see weeds growing up again, they're sprouting all over. So these are what challenges are all about. The garden will never be perfect, but we need to upkeep it. Just like our journey to success, we have to keep on doing it, keep on doing it, keep on doing it. So then the next one we have is the attitude of entrepreneurship. So here, Alcon Global is a free enterprise, and who is the boss? It is my business. I am the boss. So all of us are the boss of our Alcon Global, our network, in other words. And therefore, the entrepreneurship attitude that we must possess means we have to be responsible and serious about the business. We need to find out. We need to find ways. We need, to keep on going and doing it. When our downlines comes to us with issues, with problems, we need to assist them, right? And to solve the problems. And each of us do our part in the sense that because it is our own business. So we need to take initiative and be proactive, right? We don't expect the company to do everything for us. The company do a lot of things for us already, but we must also do our part, in other words, to be successful along this journey, right? Where whatever is our dream, whatever is our goal. If our goal is $100,000 US a month, let that be. And your dreams, right, as you reach 30, 50,000 US dollars, that $100,000 goal will move upwards to the $500,000. The goal, right, is keep evolving because we become more confident with the little success that we accumulate along the journey. So we also need to be ambitious and enthusiastic, because if we are not ambitious, we are become complacent. And when we are complacent, then we will be idle and we will not have life as we would deem in terms of being enthusiastic. So we are enthusiastic because we see the future is bright, because we see possibilities where other people see darkness. So in other words, our vision gets wider and wider. There are more things to do. There are more things for us to rise to the occasion. That will be mind-opening things. Because as we see and travel around and see more people, we now be able to understand people's challenges. We will be able to be more, empathize with people more. And then as we travel more, we will be able to be astonished that the world is not just where I am, Kuala Lumpur, where I am, just Malaysia. There are so many different languages, cultures, food, whatever it is, so many things to do and to see. It will never end even in 100 lifetimes. So it is because we don't live under a coconut shell. So always take initiative, right? Check with our downlines, because this is our business. Our downlines is a part of our team. Check with them, talk to them, right? It's just that under these circumstances, we can't have tea or coffee with them. But if we can have a cup of tea or coffee with them, visit them, it makes a big difference. We, right? They know that we are with them. They know that we care. And therefore, there is the other saying, people do not care how much you know until they know how much you care, which is very, very true. I may not be very intelligent. I may not be very educated, but I think if I can care for or about a person, that person will react favorably. And this business is all about people. So people, we should care more, not so much as the money itself. The money will drop in automatically when we have this right attitude about caring for people, about being enthusiastic, not a deadpan, right? So compared to traditional entrepreneurship, in other words, traditional business, people who do direct sales tend to give up more easily, because when you face one no, two no, they don't have that vision of passive income, of big income. Because traditional entrepreneurship, the investments are big, huge, right? And you won't give up easily doing Alpen Global because the capital small, and we won't lose anything if you give up. At least you still have the product. Therefore, you must have the right attitude of entrepreneurship. So the right attitude of business, in other words. Even though this calls for a small investment, I must have the right attitude, because, right, this is a great opportunity, a small investment with a big return of investment. 10,000, 50,000, 100,000, 500,000 US dollars a month. But because it is small, you tend to give up easily. Oh, I can afford to lose it. So that is wrong attitude. The right attitude would be, wow, this is a great investment. This is a great business, because for such a small investment, for such a small capital, I can have such a big income, and it can be a very good passive income. And I can help more people, right, who doesn't have the opportunity to go through university education or even have a proper education. This business is a great leveler. It levels everything. It doesn't matter what your background is. It doesn't matter what nationality you are from or what language you speak. As long as you're willing to put your heart, you're going to be willing to put your heart and soul into it, you will enjoy tremendous income. Now, sometimes when we hear people talk about money, we get a bit cheesed off. But remember, this particular enterprise we call Alcon Global is to help us and the people we brought in to have a better life. And the way to get a better life, right? Money is so important. Money may not be everything, but money, right, is everything needs money. Look at today. Today, if we have managed, right, over the last 5 years, work this business, and we have a passive income, whether it is 30, 50, 80,000 Malaysian ringgit, we don't even talk about the US dollar. Wouldn't that be great? Because today we are looking at great unemployment coming out. Small, medium enterprise, large enterprise are going to buckle at the knees because of this epidemic. Not just here, all over the world. Yesterday, I went into the Age, Australia, and people are now, 200,000 people are queuing up at the unemployment office to receive the, what they call the dole. The Australian government, if you are unemployed, you can apply for what they call the dole, meaning your weekly or bi-monthly kind of subsidy from the government. So they are very proactive in that. So a lot of businesses have closed down worldwide, and today the news about the US side is also frightening, and the Middle East as well. So be prepared, in other words. So if we want to be successful, remind ourselves, right? If we don't succeed, you lost not only a chance, but you can lose a generation. This is not a normal chance in this Alcon Global. It might be the biggest chance in our life, and it could be the last chance in our life, particularly when we are more senior. We don't have that much time in our hands. So the Alcon, I need to correct some of these writing. The Alcon Global 6 main mental attitude and perception factors are our constant guidance towards our success. And right, finally, right, so have a strong determination and be persistent in your belief and actions towards your goal, and your success is assured. So with that, I shall conclude today in terms of the topic, but it is true. Remember, it is 99% because of our attitude, the success comes along. I remember just my own thoughts. When I was in secondary school, there was one boy, well, I think he's fairly short, about 5'1", 5'2", compared to us, we're fairly short, and he was not academically given. He was always, out of 40, I think there were about 42 of us there, he would always be the last five. Last five. Never shine. And the teachers, in those days, the teacher always measure academic excellence to talk about your future. So people who are, in the top 10, normally they say your future is assured. The last 10 or 20, they will shake their head, especially the last 5. And do you know that this person who was in the last 5 always have the report card all red, literally all red, blood path. He was the youngest millionaire in our class. He became a millionaire, right, in his 30s. There you are. How can we say who will be successful financially. Because, you see, these people who are not gifted academically, in a way, they have no choice. So what did he do? He collected, right, second-hand things. In other words, recyclable things. He recycles everything. And he operated a huge factory after that. And then recycling came into the norm, and he became a millionaire. So gifted people, university graduates, would they want to go into recycling business in those days on a small scale? They won't. See? But this person, right, he had, in a way, he had no choice. In a way, he was forced to be persistent, to keep on doing, keep on doing. But he had the intelligence in the sense of growing the business. So the same thing is an entrepreneurship. Alcon Global is no different. We must first come in with the right attitude. Second, we must be persistent, right? We must know why we come in for. What is our goal? Whether it is 50,000, 100,000, a million. The million, we aim for it, okay? But as we move along, the 20,000 US per month, 50,000 US per month will come. How long it will come doesn't depend on your upline, doesn't depend on the company, and doesn't depend on your downline. It depends on the individual, us, every one of us. How hard we want to work. Whether when we get our knees hurt, we fall down, whether we will get up. Do we just get up, or do we get up and move forward? Are we proactive? Are we this and that? The whole topics is issues are there. Okay, so your success, our success are not by chance. It is sheer working hard. It is simple, but it's not easy, primarily because we are dealing with human beings. And we don't need qualification to come into this Alcon Global, primarily because it can be, as long as you are 18 years old and you're still living, you can come in. It doesn't matter what kind of religion you come from. It doesn't matter what kind of educational background you come from. As long as you want to give it a try, you give it a try. So some people come in, I will give it a try. They will not get anywhere because they didn't come in with the right mindset, attitude, in other words. If they have come in and can see this as $1 million US income company and focus on that and say, I want to get that $1 million US. And like I said, even in 2 years, I can hit 50,000 US dollars a month. That is fantastic. It is keep on going, keep on going. That 1 million, maybe 10 years down the road, 15 years down the road, it doesn't matter, because in 2 years, if you can hit 30, 50,000 US, that keeps you moving along. You have the petrol to keep on going, and you can do a lot more charities in terms of giving, right? The people, your friends, your relatives, your schoolmates, your previous colleagues, the opportunity, because when you change, they will change and believe you. So far, any questions? Anyone want to add anything? I will unmute you guys. Yeah, I heard some background noise, but nothing concrete. That sounds like.
I think got to mute everyone is better. So who wanted to say something? Then you can unmute yourself, and we can talk. Yeah, anyone after the session? Anyone have anything wanted to discuss or anything?
Gabriel,
Yeah.
can you share the PowerPoint for us?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very good.
Let me amend it a little bit, and then I will send it over to you guys.
Very good. I also feel very good.
Very, very good.
Yeah. Very good. Yeah. This is.
Thank you so much. Benefit a lot.
Okay.
So hopefully now we are having two sessions. One is in the 11 and another one will be in 3 o'clock in English. The 11 will be Chinese. Hopefully more people.
Okay.
Rose Heng，你每一次都忘记 unmute 你自己哦。
New.
你每次忘记 mute 你自己，你又特别多东西讲哦，又没有 mute。Okay, so just now I mentioned about 11 o'clock will be our Chinese session, and then 3 p.m. will be our English session. So hopefully everyone can invite more people or more friends to come on board, and we can have more people to benefit what we have lined up for them. And also most important is you yourself. So congratulations, and also welcome for turn up on this session. Hopefully you benefit a lot from my hero sharing. Okay, so tomorrow for your info, for those who are interested in puasa, so tomorrow 11 a.m. we are going to have this master puasa to conduct a puasa session on how to do puasa exercise during this period at home. As we know, if we only just sit and eat and sleep, so it will really also very bad to the health. So tomorrow we are going to have a very fantastic exercise. It's called puasa exercise, and we are also invited this master on the puasa to come over to our Zoom meeting to teach us how to do the puasa exercise. I think that is very interesting, and also that will be very useful for everyone. So hopefully you can invite your friend and tell your friend and make more people to come into our training. All right. So I think tomorrow for the English session, Gabriel is going to share what already?
Give you a surprise.
Surprise.
So tomorrow with the same link, together, same ID.
Yeah.
Yes.
11 o'clock.
So during this period of lockdown, okay, so very simple, 11 and 3 is our session, and the ID room will be the same. All right, until we have further announcement on the ID room. So we don't want to confuse everyone to change the room every day, okay? And you will receive every day room. Okay, so we are using the same ID Zoom room for the 11 and for the 3 o'clock. Okay, so we might have tonight also actually we are going to have a special program for nighttime. I don't know whether you all still remember. We have our night training once a week on Thursday. So today will be the Thursday. So 9 to 9:30 will be the Chinese, and 9:30 to 10 o'clock will be the English. So tonight I have special also invite one of the doctor from Singapore. All right, so Dr. Hiroko. So Dr. Hiroko is going to join us for the English session, 9:30 to 10 p.m. So she is going to share with us about wellness and also her own, wow, fantastic testimony. You must come in and listen to what is life and death, you know. So for Dr. Hirogo, why She come into Alchem business. Why today she is so happy and so excited in Alchem business? Because for herself, she have a tremendous testimony and it's a life and death. Wow! So today we are so honored. We are having her to be in our this special nighttime training. Okay, not training. I think nighttime we can say is a special event, special program. All right. So it's on wellness and also some testimony. So hopefully tonight 9:30 is English. So hopefully you all can invite people, a friend, anybody can come in. Just come in with an open mind. Okay. And Dr. Hirogo is going to share something. And 9 to 9:30 will be the Chinese session. So I see whether I can get Dr. Andrew. Okay, still waiting for the confirmation. All right, so it's only a half an hour special program, 9 to 9:30 Chinese, 9:30 to 10 English. Okay, so just follow your own time to come in to the Zoom room, the same ID room. Okay, so thank you very much. Thank you for your be here, and also thanks for your time. Hopefully, it really makes you have a good afternoon.
Datin, when all this is over, the epidemic, one day, hopefully I want to follow you into the kampong in Sabah. It'd be nice. You need to unmute yourself. I can't hear you. Do you know how to unmute yourself?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yep. Very good.
Yes. Okay. I said, yeah, most welcome to follow me to the villages to experience once in your lifetime what it's like.
Yeah, it's good. I saw the rustic kind of life they have, simple.
Yes.
And unpolluted, in every sense of the word, unpolluted.
Actually, in fact, what we are going through now, right? The safest place is to go into the kampong and stay with them,
Yeah, correct. Fresh air, no contamination in whatever.
Yeah, no contamination, no pollution, nothing at all. In fact, this morning only I was telling my husband that his hometown, which is in Keningau, which is about 2 hours drive from the interior of Sabah, to the interior of Sabah, they don't have even one case of positive COVID. That's how safe they are when they are in the kampong.
Very good, very good.
Yeah,
I think that their life in a certain way is the envy of the urban people now.
Yes, it's true. Yep. True.
It's just that they're so simple. A lot of people make use and take advantage of them, which is sad, very sad.
Yeah.
But anyway, we see what come the time. Maybe close to the end of the year, we will move over there and take a look.
Right. Okay. Sure. All right. Thanks.